Forest Ranger in Nigeria primarily refers to the new Forest Guards initiative approved by President Tinubu to recruit 130,000 armed operatives to combat insecurity within the nation's forests. The initiative involves training and arming personnel to flush out criminals, bandits and terrorists, as well as protect farmers from attacks. The goal is also to enhance national security by securing the country's forests, which are often used by terrorists and criminal gangs. The guards will be well-trained, armed, and are expected to work closely with the military, intelligence agencies, and the police. The Office of the National Security Advisor and the Ministry of Environment are tasked with ensuring the initiative's full implementation. Rangers and national security will be our focus on the program Nigeria Today. Thanks for joining us. I'm Eukaria Clinton. With me in the studio for the conversation is Dr. Ibrahim Goni, the Conservator General, National Park Service. It's a pleasure to have you.
Thank you, Madam. Good evening. Thank you for having me.
Also with us in the studio is Dr. Sani Aliu. He's a security expert. He's also the Commander General, Neighborhood Enlightenment and Safety Organization, NESO. It's a pleasure to have you.
Thank you for having me on the program. Thank you.
Now, we'll start with you, Dr. Goni. Tell us about these Rangers. When we hear Rangers, the first time I heard Rangers, my mind just went to the footballers, really. Rangers United. So talk to us about what Forest Rangers are and what exactly is their scope of operation.
All right. Thank you very much, and good evening, viewers. Let me quickly make some maybe corrections from the mix of words. Forest Rangers, Forest Guards.
Okay.
Yeah. In protected area management, we have 3 categories. We have about 5 or 6 categories. But in Nigeria, we have adopted about 4 categories. That is the forest, the game reserve, national park, and nature reserves. Persons who work in the forest are the ones you call forest guards. Persons who work in the game reserve are the ones you call game guards. And persons who work in national parks are the ones you call rangers.
Okay.
So that is a slight correction I want to make. And coming to the issue of the Forest Guard initiative of Mr. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu GCFR is an effort to revive the forest guards. The forest guards normally are prerogative of state and local governments, including even game guards are also prerogative of state and local governments. For long, our forests have been left ungoverned. With the security situation, Mr. President felt that reviving this forest guard idea will actually have people to take care of these ungoverned spaces. So this is the reason he brought the idea of the Forest Guard initiative, which is a collaboration between the state governments and the federal government. This collaboration entails that the state will recruit because they are closer to the local government are closer to the community, and they know who is who in the community. So that they do the recruitment, hand over the recruited officers to the federal government to train, arm them, then send them back to every person's village with the impression that they are born there, so they know the terrain. And like you have said in your introduction, the forest guard are going to work in conjunction with other security outfits. Thank God we have the Commander General of the Neighborhood Watch. So these are the kind of agencies the forest guards are going to work with. And the initiative is domiciled under the National Park Service. So this is the reason the forest guards are going to be under the National Park Service. But it is actually an initiative of the state and the federal government. So any person interested in becoming a forest guard should go back to his local government, should go back to his community where he can write his name, you are screened, if you are found eligible, you are recruited.
Okay, so the recruitment is still on. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, for now, 7 states were selected for the pilot scheme. And these are Adamawa, Borno, Yobe, Sokoto, Kebbi, Niger, and Kwara.
Okay.
So a total of 5,323 were selected, screened, and trained. So, and after the training, you expect that is the first phase of the training. The second phase is going to be is in the offing, after which we are satisfied that yes, they have been fully baked. They can now be redeployed to their local governments and states.
Oh, okay, thank you, Dr. Goni. Now, Dr. Lee, you've heard, of course, what Dr. Goni said as a security expert. What do you think of this initiative?
Well, first of all, I must congratulate Mr. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu for this great initiative. Nigeria has been suffering from incessant terrorism, banditry, and so on and so forth. Again, we are a country that we are supposed to be leaders in Africa. But this issue of terrorism and banditry has placed Nigeria to be the 6th most terrorized nation today by the global index, terrorism index, GTI. So it is very, very disturbing that Nigeria is number 6 as the most terrorized country, given to the fact that when you are talking about military operations, after Egypt, Algeria, Nigeria becomes third. Earlier, Nigeria used to be the best ground soldiers in Africa. But such situations that occurred for over a decade now, we've been grappling with acts of terrorism. During Buhari, we came to appreciably 8th position. Today we are back to 6th. 4th and back does not go well with the country. So in order to ensure that the gains of the military is sustained, then you really need to govern these ungoverned spaces within the forest area, which the President initiative has brought forth now. And we are hoping that, like the CG said, at the end of the training, we are hoping that these trained officers will be given the prescribed arms, the required arms, the caliber of arms that they can face these terrorists. Because if you look at what the military has in its arsenal, and you now look at the prolonged term of war against terrorism, then you know that this set of forest guards need to be truly and really armed. But since they'll be working in tandem or in collaboration with the military, I think the military can give them backup. And again, the reason why we have been having such a prolonged situation is because there is nobody that is bearing the responsibility of whether you succeed or you perform or you did not perform. So you cannot penalize anybody. The military's purview is not to fight terrorism. The Nigerian police purview is not to fight terrorism. So you look at the whole agencies, there is no one single agency that is mandated by the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria to fight, to counter terrorism. Unlike when it happened, 9/11 happened in America, they went back to their drawing board and quickly came up with what is called Homeland Security, that is mandated by the Constitution of the United States of America to actually fight terrorism. And since then, we have not seen a large attack in America. So I think up till now, the president has said it in his broadcast that he's going to create special forces. We have seen one now. That is Forest Guard. We are waiting to see that this president come up with what is called counter-terrorism agency, a core counter-terrorism agency that is mandated to fight terrorism with all what it takes to fight terrorism. Because terrorism is not only about kinetic. There's non-kinetic aspect of fighting terrorism. The military don't have such capabilities, nor the police, nor any other agency. So there's the need for him to create a counter-terrorism agency that will bear the responsibility of performance or non-performance, and the head can be removed or can be applauded.
Now, back to you, Dr. Goni, having told us about these, this, will I say, group sections of guards. You talked about the forest guard, talked about the categories. Yeah. The categories of guards. You have the forest guard, you have the game guards, and you have the rangers, like you rightly said. And the president, of course, said they will be equipped and armed. Can you tell us more about that? Because we really want to know how
security issues are issues you cannot just bring to the public public domain like this. So just take it that they are going to be armed.
Okay.
And I think, based on your background, the Office of the National Security Advisor is seriously working on that. And whatever type of arm they are going to bear, that is not even known to me yet. Okay. So let us just take it.
But they'll be armed enough to overpower the terrorists.
To be able to face the challenge.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what kind of, another question I would want you to answer, what kind of people are you looking at in terms of, the recruitment, the young men, young women,
Well, the criteria that was set for enlisting the personnel are about 3 or maybe 5, but 3 are most important. 1, you must come from an area that has a forest reserve. If your local government does not have a forest reserve, you do not have any business becoming a forest guard. 2, you must have indigenous knowledge. Indigenous knowledge of the forest and its resources and its sociology, the people surrounding it. You must have that knowledge. And 3, you must be able to at least, you should have acquired some element of education. It could be primary, it could be SSCE, but at least you must have that element of education to enable you use navigational materials while in the forest. If you don't have that knowledge, you may not be able to navigate yourself, you may not be able to even identify certain features and marks. So these basic things are those things that we are taking into consideration. 1, you must have come from an area that has a forest reserve. If, for example, you come from maybe Niger and you come from Mina. Mina does not have a forest area. So you have no business going to Kontagora that has a forest area or going to Borgu that has a forest area. So this is the basic criteria. You must have come from an area that has a forest reserve.
And you must also know the terrain.
Indigenous knowledge.
Indigenous knowledge, because some persons were born, in another city.
Yes.
Probably were born in Lagos, and now this opportunity comes, they want to come
Thank
and
you very
work,
much.
not
Thank you
knowing
very
the terrain,
exactly,
right?
yeah.
Okay, so it's important you know the terrain. Yeah. Now, Dr. Ali, tell us, okay, well, before I ask my next question, we'll take a short break now. The conversation will continue after the break. Don't go away.
Of the ruling is also dependent on another aspect or another arm of government.
Nowhere in the world will allow under digital economy for banks not to be dispensing domestic currency in that economy.
What will make this one different? We want to know what they do as occupation. All of these are attributes that are questions have been designed to investigate.
In a few days to come, you see that we are all around their own crannies and everywhere in Nigeria, telling people to cooperate.
Welcome to Nigeria Today.
Welcome back. In case you are just joining us, this is Nigeria Today, and we are looking at rangers and national security. And I have two gentlemen here in the studio with me for the conversation. Now, back to you, Dr. Leo. Dr. Goni, of course, have opened our eyes to what is obtainable, what is about to happen, or what is happening already. Now, from your own perspective as a security expert, what are the likely challenges they are, they are to face, or they're likely to face in carrying out their duties? Now, this is number one. Now, number two is how best can, these categories of guards, carry out their duties, or how best will they navigate the murky waters of insecurity that experts have said, if we are not careful, will drown us as a country?
Well, first of all, I must congratulate the people who thought out using the locals who have forest areas within their community, because it matches up with what NASO is doing. NASO is an organization that has domesticated all its officers within its community. Members of NASO operate within their community. They don't go out of their community. And that's why we are able to have first-hand classified intelligence regarding terror and so on and so forth. So what the government is doing today is exactly how to sniff out this and protect these areas. Because the moment there are three important keys to security. When Borno was suffering from act of terrorism, and the Nigerian army were grappling with how to identify the terrorists within the Borno municipal, that's how we brought up what is called the initiative of civilian JTF, using the locals together to help the Nigerian army identify who is a Boko Haram. And that worked out a lot, because at the end, Boko Haram has no space again within the Maiduguri metropolitan area than to withdraw back to Sambisa forest. That is how they emancipated into the forest, because of the strategy of using the locals to. They went to the same school, they went to the same Islamia, and so on and so forth. So if you are misbehaving, they know who is who. Who is a visitor in the community, who is a stranger, are you just coming? They know everybody. So this strategy first that the government is using is one of the key to the success of these operations. Secondly, the idea of you must go to school will help again to quicken the operations results. And so if you are looking at this, I'm seeing more of successes than challenges, although there is nothing that will not have its own kind of challenge. And the only other thing I will advise the government is to make sure they know the character and behaviors of those people, those recruits that they are going to recruit. When we were doing our recruiting in NASO, armed robbers came to be part of MESU, including Boko Haram members. We were able to identify them. Why? Because of our spread. So when you are applying, we carry out background check on each and every person, to his local area, to his family, to the local chief, to identify what is the character and what are the tendencies of these persons. Because you may go and now bring in Boko Haram as members of Forest Guard, and you think you are going to succeed. They will always give information on how to kill those guys. So the government must be very careful. They must play a very important role of background check. Follow each and every person you want to recruit to his own village, to his own area. What has his stripes? What has been his behavior, and so on and so forth. We did recruitment in Abuja here. Some armed robbers in Lagos came to our recruitment center, but because our Lagos command, we are following each and every applicant. We now identify this name is an armed robber, this person is an armed robber. So when they came to Suleja here, where our training school was, we were able to identify and arrest them and then hand them over to the police. So these are the kind of things that will give quality to what the government is doing now. That's my advice.
So, Dr. Goni, of course, you heard what he said. Are there measures? I don't really want you to go in details because now I don't want you to let out the cat out of the bag. But, you know, we just want to hear a little bit of any measures in place to ensure that you do your due diligence in terms of identifying those of weaker forest guards.
He has already said it. And if I may add, the selection is community-based. The ward head, the village head, the district head. So the selection starts from the ward head, who will attest that he is so and so man's son from so and so credible family. Then it goes to the village head to confirm what the ward head has said. Then the district head signs, confirming that yes, they know his beginning, just like the Commandant General has said. Apart from that too, there are background checks by other security agencies, because community have done theirs, and you'll be surprised that the security agency may have more information than even that is possessed by the community chiefs. So, and in that case, they have to turn back the applicant. Then you start asking why. But this is not, you are not going to be told why.
Why?
The issue is he's not qualified.
He's not qualified. So,
yes.
Thank you. So, of course, in doing this, we will not have people of questionable character coming to, work as our security, as security guards. Oh, with that, thank you very much, gentlemen. I had Dr. Ibrahim Goni, Conservator General, National Park Service. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much for
sharing your thoughts with us. And Dr. Sani Liu, a security expert, and also Commander General, Neighborhood Enlightenment and Safety Organization, NESO. Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you for having us.
And thank you for being part of the program. I'm Eukaria Clinton. Goodbye.